Hey guys, Mr.III here, and in front of us we have a TRANE XC95m, and this furnace is right now not working. So I'm making this video to hopefully, help you out if you have the same issue. And currently, I do not know how to fix this, so we have a technician coming on their way, and I'm gonna, watch over their shoulder and tell you what they did so you can save the money and get the parts that you need. So quickly explaining what is happening, our furnace is not putting out any heat. And as you can see, there's a lot of components in this thing, which, I don't know, I checked a few things with continuity, and right up here, that was the one part. It's nice to have all these QR codes so you can find parts, but I'm not getting any pilot light inside there, which I'll show you in a second. And then this fan over here is going into its cooling stage and not allowing, it to actually start up. So I'm gonna show you the clicking and all that stuff. Right now I'm holding my finger down because there's a plate that goes over this and applies pressure. And once you release this, you actually lose communication with your thermostat upstairs. And currently, it is fall time and we want some heat since the outdoor temp is about 40 degrees. And ironically, we had issues with the AC unit this year outside. So it's not TRANE's fault for that part, but we had a rodent that went in there, chewed up some wires, and its family took a leak on our circuit board, which kind of destroyed that. So that was the main issues, and I fixed all the wiring myself. So don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm gonna show you what we're experiencing here, and if this is the same issue that you are having, hopefully we can fix it. So let me quickly pause here and turn on the heat through the app and let the show begin. Alright, so this thing did like a few clicks. This fan then kicks on. Increases once more. Some beep thing, and here's even a higher speed, and then it dies down. But as you can see in there, no flame, and then it turns off like this, and then it reboots and does the same sequence once more. So I've been looking, some people said, a lot of these sensors right here go bad. But, I don't know, I checked with the continuity thing and couldn't figure it out. But here it goes once more, and it just keeps repeating the same stage. So, in another, I think about 2 hours, the guy should be here. Much shorter for you all. So, we'll be coming right back. And also, I did not get any error codes upstairs or when I was taking a peek over here on the screen. So, like I said, this just does that same fan thing, and it's like it cools down. That's what I think it's doing, like a cooling sequence that blows air, and I don't know. And that's not the what do you call it, blower fan itself, to be honest, because that's inside in a much or not louder, but you could hear powerfulness because this is more of the I think exhaust. Let's see. No, that'd be actually the air intake that goes in, because this one right here coming out, that'd be exhaust. These 95 or whatever, these more efficient units are more complicated, to be honest. Alright, till that guy comes back, I'm turning this off. Alright, and we're back. So, I've got a lot to share with all of you. So, understanding how to read this thing, You just actually press down and then keep going, and then you'll actually see what happens. So we had 4 faults there, and that's how you actually navigate through this thing. And then it said PS2. Well, now it says open and stuff, but that was our error code there. So the PS2 was our main problem. And looking at all this, I'll actually put up a diagram, because I found one now on Google, to understand what this whole mess of things really, the story it tells. But this is the PS2 sensor right there. Here's a PS1. So it's just saying it's a pressure sensor. And it was giving the error code that this thing was not functioning. But it's actually working and all that stuff. So really there was no problem. The guy says, it's rare to see something go wrong with that, or even with our high temperature, limit switch, which is that one back over there. And then this one right here, which I'm touching, that's our burner box temperature limit. So I did not know what these things were called before, and now I kind of got a little of a story of, what these things all do. And he says, hey, you have the most, I guess, high-tech type of furnace you have, but everything still goes down to the basics. But we just get extra cables and communication and all that crap. So anyway, I had this pipe right here all wrong. So remember I told you over here that this was the intake? That's incorrect. That's the exhaust out. So this is our intake. And what was happening was, remember I mentioned that our AC unit had an issue with mice getting into it. Well, those little suckers built a nest. I'll even show you how it looks. That's what I vacuumed up in the shop back there. But they somehow got behind that, I don't know what you want to call it, the little protector or a thing that's supposed to go on the exterior of the house, right on the stucco there. But yeah, they just somehow built a nest there. It got sucked up and it clogged the air intake. So this was not actually receiving the correct amount of pressure and airflow. And this, which is actually called a inducer, so this is the inducer motor, and then this is our inducer limit right here. So this inducer was, increasing. We heard it going to different levels, trying to pull and pull. We weren't actually getting that airflow, which automatically, killed the system. So the thing, when the guy, he came in here, he automatically just lifted up this pipe. See, as right now, there's, nothing really restricting it. But yeah, he just pulled it off to the side, and then the burner then later on initiated and kicked on. So we had the glow inside there, and then flames. So if you have that same type of situation that you hear this motor just increasing stages, your main issue is that you have a blockage somewhere in your air intake there. I automatically thought it was these limit switches. So this one was, like I said, the high temperature limit switch, and I'll even show you a picture and stuff, but it almost looks like a little button. And what that's supposed to do is it's supposed to like pop when it reaches like an extreme temp, which then cuts off all the power to the circuit. So that's its main job. It's also resettable, I guess. That's what I heard. Is most times too, he said it's something they would replace it in general. And then it's the same type of situation with this burner box temperature limit. It does the same type of idea. And also inside here, there's a thermocouple. So if that gets dirty, that also cuts off the electrical signal to the gas valve. So they cleaned that off because he even opened it up. I'm not going to pop this open now, since I know it also works all the way. He cleaned it with a little steel wool, and even though we knew that was not the issue, that's just a little maintenance thing that you can do if you have some type of issue that way. And I actually experienced the same thing outside on the patio heaters that you have out there. So yeah, this inducer motor, or you can even call it a draft inducer motor, you know, its main purpose is, you know, to push out the toxic fumes to the outdoors and stuff so it doesn't stay inside. But that's the main fix. To be honest, it could have saved us, you know, the money there if I even just checked the intake instead of calling, you know, having them come out. But hey, now you guys can save some money if you have, you know, the same TRANE XC95m or anything, you know, if you're having the same type of issue that you just hear this inducer just increasing revs, just struggling trying to, you know, pull in fresh air, because without that air you're not going to have this thing to function. Alrighty, so hope this little video educated you on a little of this, and you know, my main purpose is to inform, help you out with anything I learn. So if you have any extra information that you want to share with the community on, you know, how to fix things like this, or, you know, if I labeled something wrong, you know, please correct me. This is not my specialty. Mine's more in medicine than working with mechanical stuff like this, or electrical, whatever you want to call this. But yeah, that's a little something there. And like I said, that's what the code was, the PS2 error, which then, you know, that triggered other things down the line, not allowing even the gas flow and all that stuff. So there's a whole chain of reaction, you know, things, but that was the first step there, and we figured it out. All right, well, thanks again for watching. Mr.III out. All right, and here is proof of it working. As you can hear, there's the blower motor actually initiating, and we just don't hear that inducer anymore, so that's beautiful. I know I just covered everything up and I was like, wait, I forgot to show you guys that it's working. But yes, as I can even feel heat coming from this exhaust. Success.